like to introduce the esteemed Poet Laureate of Livermore, Cher Wollard. Thank you.
It is indeed a privilege to be here. Thank you so much for including me in this event. I'm also new to my position as Poet Laureate, and I also have an event to promote. We're having our first event on September 6th, which is the Sunday of Labor Day weekend at Ravenswood, which is another beautiful historic home that has been converted to a public facility. And we were going to have two wonderful featured poets at that event, Lynn Knight and Carolyn Miller. So if you all can come, it's great. You'd have an opportunity to hear these wonderful poets, have some munchies, and then there's also an open mic afterwards. And there are flyers over there. There's also a sign-up sheet if you're interested in just being kept abreast of literary events throughout the Tri-Valley. Go ahead and give me your email address, and I'll make sure that you're on that email list. Well, I kind of shifted what I was going to read when I got here, and I saw the beautiful crystals over in the other room, and so I decided to bring my poem about rocks. It's called The Secret of Stones. When I was not yet 7, I knew the names of rocks before we cracked them, saw the violets sparkle in the heart even before we set them on flat gray shale, knelt on damp ground, pounded them with flint, before diamond dust glittered on the killing stone. I must have heard the fissure tear before I too was split. At 4, I had become invisible. So for 1,000 days between the advent of words and the intrusion of reason, I weaved through tangled forests like a ghost, silly and fearless, bored into the dark, gritty earth through thick sedimentary layers to plastic magma at the core of all things. When I returned, powdered with glittery residue of rose quartz and yellow jasper, white gypsum, chalk, black splinters of mica, the outline of my hidden shapes sprinkled like a multi-hued shadow around me. It was with X-ray eyes that could pierce into the center of the boulder, into the heart of the ghost. I think I knew then what I later forgot, how the stones lay cracked and bleeding, how the brittle fossils cried out, how we cut them from their ancient amber, how the great rocks trembled beside the pitted cave. And this is a poem I was feeling, well, I was listening to the radio a while back, and they had mathematicians on this particular talk program, and you know, I did all right in math in school, but I'm certainly not a theoretical mathematician. And they were talking about dealing with the idea of possibilities. And I believe we live in a limitless universe, and there's every possibility in the world. But when they said to me, yeah, we're trying to figure out what if 2 and 2 is sometimes 5. My brain sort of exploded. I thought, what are you talking about? So I thought that was worth a poem. And this is called Calculus. What if 2 plus 2 really does equal 5? What if we scan the line of x plus y to infinity, and the numbers turn inside themselves, round, around, until the truth of their natures bursts forth as suns? What if x times y equals 0? What if everything always equals 0? Endless lines of zeros, circles of emptiness amid noiseless chaos. And 0 isn't nothing, but is the secret shape of all. And then I have one more poem, and this one is sort of following in the idea of metaphysical poetry or spiritual poetry. It's called Luminescence. Something within us prizes light, radiant sunrise, sparkling gems, raindrops on green grass. We deem the best among us brilliant, bright, enlightened, define beauty as that which glitters, flashes, gleams. Something within us yearns for light, glints of iron, bronze, copper, burnished gold, polished steel. We chase after lightning bugs, mimic the dance of moonbeams, Yet even the steadiest glow is merely millions of pinpoints of light flickering faster than the eye can discern in the strobe of moon, then sun, then moon, sun, moon. Too steady a light would wound our eyes. Something within us craves light, cowers from shadow, cries at midnight, dreads the long waning of the moon, demands carnivals of light in the dead of winter. The promise of fire calms us. Strike a match, ignite the lantern. It is not fear we feel in the dark, but loneliness. Something within us recognizes light. Like children, we're attracted to shiny objects that are kin to us. We tremble at the glow of candles at Mass, the lighting of which is true sacrament. Such delirious joy in light, how resplendent are we, who flare but a moment, then dissolve into a radiated night.